Bum 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 ba 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 dum ba dum ba 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 dum bum. Hello, travelers of the internet. Welcome back to Guardian Studios, or if you are new to the channel, hey there and welcome to you. My name is JGardo1, and I am your host, your guide, and your humble bard into the world's virtual and fantastical. And I am very pleased to be able to welcome you all back to the channel, or in the case of newcomers, welcome you fresh to the Guardian Studios experience. We are diving back into the world of Galabor this evening, my friends, where we have a very important task to finish, and some very, very important creatures to put in their rightful place. Last time, you guys may remember, we were working on our wool farm, trying to get the sheep in place in the right color arrangement, trying to make sure they were all nice and safely secure, and of course making sure that their wool would be sheared and collected properly. Hey there, Leo! Good to see you, my man. Thank you for posting the rules again, my dude. Always appreciate you doing that. Now, for what we are about to do, we are going to need a bit of material. We need... Yeah, I really don't like how loud those guys buzz. Good grief. That is obscenely loud for a bee that's not angry. May I just say. A bee that's angry would definitely sound more like that, rather than... A non-angry bee should not sound so loud. It should be a lot quieter. At least, as far as I can tell. But then this is coming from a guy who doesn't spend any time around bees, but for very good reason. I can't stand bees. I cannot stand them. I can't be around them. Ugh. It's not just a matter of I don't like looking at them, it's a matter of I can't be around them. Can't be around them. Oh my gosh, that is just so bad. Anyway, getting on track. Getting on track. We need a couple more sticks. We need to craft up a couple more redstone torches. Convert them to a redstone repeater. Craft yet another redstone torch. Put that away for now. What we're about to do is basically make an automatic hopper chest cart unloading mechanism. The hopper cart that we've got installed in the barn below is meant to pick up all the wool from the wool farming mechanisms, but the problem is it has to be able to empty itself out or it will never pick it all up. It'll only pick up that which it can get the first time out, which is never going to be the full amount of wool that was there. It just can't do it. So to fix the problem, we need to siphon out the wool from the hopper cart and put it where it can be accessed. Which in this case is going to be a chest right down here, I think. Yeah. Repeater there. Comparator. Right here. Torch. here. No, wait, not there. There. No, I think I did this wrong. Wait a second. It doesn't have to be so high up, does it? No, it can go lower into the floor. It can go lower. Put that there. That would go there. Put one of these here. Put that there. Comparator here. Plank on top of that. Block here. And then a hopper would be here. Going into that. And then as long as there's items... Whoops. As long as there are items in here, this will be turned off, which will turn off the powered rails that will be powering the mechanism. There is a flaw in the mechanism. There's a flaw in the mechanism. We need another hopper. Which shouldn't be hard, considering I do have, I'm pretty sure, a few more chests. Oh. I don't have them on me. Okay. Or if I do, there... No, I don't. Okay. Easy fix. Just craft up a few. Like so. And then make one into an extra hopper. Except it shouldn't have to work like that. I should be able to... I've got an idea. If I break this, put that there... No! Don't do that. And put that there. Oh. Of course. We've got to make it more complicated. Put this here. And then the powered rails went into here. So we grab those. Hopefully this will still work. It should be able to, I would think. Send it down the line. We'll watch it come back and we'll see if it works. If it does, great. If not, then we have a problem. Now it works, it just doesn't... it doesn't send it on its way. I was afraid of that. The system is flawed. It will kind of work. It also kind of won't. It's going too fast. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. It's going too fast. Still doesn't work. Now it'll work. Now it will work. Okay. Hey there, Ellison. Good to see you. Okay, it's actually working now. Good. This thing is actually working now. That is excellent. At least it seems to be working. We'll have to... we'll have to wait and see if it continues to work the way it's supposed to. If it does, it does. It's working. Oh no, what's wrong, Ellison? What's the matter? Something going wrong? Something happened? What's the matter? Okay, it doesn't always work. Oh no. Really? Why do people feel the need to be mean to others? Especially to someone who's clearly not trying to cause them any kind of problem. I don't understand people that have to feel like they have to be mean to others. Oh, crud. And now it's not going to work right at all because it doesn't have enough momentum. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. If I add that rail, it's gonna go too fast, isn't it? Yeah, see? It goes too fast and it gets stuck. This is irritating. Trying to make a hopper cart unloader actually work is tedious to the extreme. Oh! Hold it. That did something. That might have fixed it? I don't know. It seems like the wool farm is workable, but we don't have all the grass in place yet. One small section is not grown in fully. These 4 blocks. That's irritating. If those blocks don't grow in, then we can't make the pens. We can't close in the sheep. We can't put the rest of the sheep in unless we know that this thing is actually going to work right. Oh crud, I'm hearing stuff on the surface. Time to take a nap. Time to pop a napping pill. Kind of amazing that the Minecraft player character can fall asleep so quick and consistently every time they go to bed. But then, considering how much stuff they carry around in their pockets, you gotta figure they're probably carrying around a ton of weight that's weighing them down and making it very easy to wear themselves out and then be able to go to bed and get actual sleep. Unfortunately, Ellison, sometimes you don't have to have done anything to people for them to decide to be jerks. Some people decide to be pains, decide to be problem people just because they want to. It's an unfortunate fact that some people just feel like they have to or have a right to be a pain. And there's nothing you can do to get them to realize, hey, no, this ain't right. The only thing that's going to get them to see that it isn't right is a wake-up call. A heavy-duty wake-up call that shakes their world. Because the unfortunate thing is that sometimes people do that because they're trying to be with the in crowd. Or sometimes they make an assumption that someone they see in cool. And they want to be part of the cool crowd. I'm sorry, being part of the cool crowd... No, I'm not even sorry. Being part of the cool crowd is overrated. As all get out. It's not as great as some people think. Because half the time the in crowd is people that just don't know any better. They just think they know what's cool. Unfortunately, this is the best explanation I've got for why some people are problem people. Why they feel like they gotta cause a problem for other people. There is no reason. There's no rhyme or reason. All you can do is just hope for these people to wise up at some point and do so before what they think they know, which isn't actually anything right, comes back to bite them somewhere. It's gonna hurt. All you can really do is hope for these people to get wise before they get hurt. Because often, those people that try to be part of the in crowd, those people that are in the in crowd, they're just trying to compensate for something. They may very well just be trying to compensate for something. Make themselves feel better about something that ain't going right for them the way they want it to. But this is coming from somebody who isn't in that kind of a lifestyle or situation. So, I'm kind of just an ignorant bystander in all this, spouting I think what I think about the situation. Ultimately, I have no true knowledge of what goes on in the minds of other people, especially not kids. But I do know that sometimes people are just mean because that's all they know. Sometimes they're mean because something's going on that's making them act mean when they don't really want to be mean. Which boils back down to the old phrase, never judge a book by its cover. Which also correlates to another possible problem. They may just be assuming that there's something about you that they won't like. And they're trying to keep away from you, or push you away from them, or keep you away from people that they do like because they think that there's going to be some kind of issue there. Which, they don't know that. And I'd bet most people that try to keep away from you or that have a problem with you, if they actually got to know you, wouldn't have a problem with you. Because they'd realize you're a cool person. But if you want anything more concrete and certain than that, I'm afraid I've got nothing to give you. Sadly, I am not psychic. I am not a telepath. I am not psychic. I have no true knowledge of any of these people. But this is where I turn to something I recently heard. It was kind of a combination of different memes and stuff, but the point is pretty clear. We do not care. You are not in competition with any of these other people. Relax. You're cool. You're good. You're Gucci. At the end of the day, you just gotta accept that some people are gonna be jerks. Some people are gonna be cool. And some people you're gonna just wanna walk up to and go, stop it. And other people you're gonna wanna throw a book at. But at the end of the day, the best thing to do is just try to be nice to these people, even if they're not nice to you. Break them with kindness. Show them that the meanness they show to you will not break you. Show them that you are stronger than they are going to be able to handle. Show them that you are not going to back down from being who you are. That no matter what they do, no matter what they try, you are not going to change for them. Because you are you. You like who you are. And that's just how it is. And if they still don't like you at the end of the day, then at the end of the day, you do not need them. Thanks, Ellison. I appreciate that. But yeah, seriously, at the end of the day, you just gotta remember, There's always going to be someone who has a problem with you. There's always going to be someone who thinks you're cool. There's always going to be someone who thinks you're not. And you are not in competition with, and do not have to care about the opinions of any of those people that don't like you. As long as you're not hurting them, their opinion does not matter at the end of the day. What matters is the opinions of the people that have taken the time to get to know you. And the people that you like and that you care about. Those are the people whose opinions and actions you really got to care about. If someone is insistently mean to you, brush them off. Ignore them. Shut down their aggression by being the nicest person that they know. And at the end of the day, they will realize, crud, this person's cool. This is not some nasty individual. This is not someone bad. This is someone that's cool. And if they don't ever see that, then that's their loss, not yours. If they can never see how cool of a person you really are, if they can never appreciate who you are, you don't need them. Or you don't go out of your way to be mean to them or anything, of course. But you don't let what they say about you shape who you are. Because there will always be someone who's a jerk and someone who's a totally awesome, nice person. And if this person that's causing you trouble isn't one of those super awesome, nice people, or they were, but now they're acting like a jerk, brush them off. You do not need any of what they're throwing at you. So turn the other cheek. Smile at them. Break them with the kindness. Be nice. Don't give them trouble. And eventually, they'll probably stop giving you any grief either. But if it ever gets to be too much for you, do not be afraid to go to somebody you do trust and tell them what's going on. And ask them for help doing something about it. Because if it goes so far that someone's getting hurt, really hurt, whether it's physical or emotional, that's not right. That's the time you go to somebody and you talk to the people you can count on to be there for you, or the people whose jobs it is to take care of situations like that and get the problem taken care of. One way or another. At the end of the day, the biggest thing to remember is to be better than that person in the best way possible. If someone is being mean, you be kind. If someone is being a rotten and just downright horrible individual, you be the absolute nicest person you can be. In one way or another, it'll pay off in the end. I won't say it's not going to be hard, especially when you're dealing with the jerks. It's going to be a pain in the neck. But you'll get through it. Every storm has its end. Every story, every chapter of every story comes to a close. The good and the bad. Ride out the storm. And when it goes away, you'll find a rainbow waiting for you. Just that little happy reminder that there was something worth waiting for at the end of the tunnel. That there was a light at the end of the tunnel. It may be a friend. It may be someone you don't know yet. That you end up finding it's good that you know them now. But the point will always be, in the end, to remember what was written years and years ago. To thine own self be true. Don't ever let these other people change who you are. The only time you should ever change is when you are actually the problem. But in this case, I'm certain you are not the problem, Ellison. In a situation where someone's being mean, it's the person who's being mean that is the problem. They're the one that needs to change. Alright? Don't let bullies make you change who you are. And that's true of adult bullies and child bullies. Don't ever let someone change you at your heart. Well, if someone's trying to make sure you're doing the right thing, that's one thing. But don't ever let someone bully you. And don't become a bully yourself. In my opinion, is the best possible way to deal with a situation like you're dealing with. Again, I'm never going to tell you that it's going to be easy. It's going to be hard as all get out. It's going to be hard as heck. But again, every storm comes to an end. Every dark time passes. And when this storm passes, you'll find a happier day waiting for you at the other end of the rainbow, so to speak. Okay? Again, this all comes from somebody who's not part of the situation, so I don't know all of the details of what is going on. But this is my perspective of things, as an outside observer, if I can even be called that. The best thing you can do is just break the bad. Break the meanness with kindness. Meet it with kindness. And I promise you, you'll be better off in the end for it. Every single time. Again, it will be hard. I won't lie to you on that. It's hard to be the nice one when someone is being a real jerk. But better to be nice and win the prize. It's better to win a prize being nice than pay a price being mean. That's my perspective on the matter. You'll always win the prize being nice. It may take some time, but you will. But being mean is not the way to be seen. Hey, and that works too. Sometimes that's the only other way to deal with something like that. someone being mean to you. Sometimes the only other way to deal with it is to just walk away. Is just block them out and walk out. Just walk away from them. Don't let them get to you. Still not going to be easy, but you'll be better off for it in the end, one way or another. Anyway, now that we've got the wool farm properly operational, and it is properly operational, we've got all 16 colors of wool going into there. It's time we bring our hoofed friends, our other hoofed friends, into their proper places in the animal pens. First the pigs, and now the cows. Let's go see what we can do. Zip bum babidi bum, bedum badum babidi dum, badi dum babidi dum, zababidi dum dadum badi dum bum. I'm happy I can do that, Ellison. I am always happy to be able to do that for somebody. If I can make somebody feel better, make them feel happy, then I'm doing my work. I'm doing my work and I'm doing it right. I'm doing my job. My job is to entertain and make people have a reason to be happy. And if I can make you feel better after having a bad day, then I'm doing my job well. Oh, sun